Hey everyone. I just got back from the Frankenstein. Is that Frankenstein there? The Frankenstein comic book swap. You pay $1 at the door and you go in and there's just dealers everywhere. I actually took a little bit of video of it on my iPhone and now I'm on my iPad. I don't have the skills to combine a video from the iPad and the iPhone. So maybe I'll make a separate, just a few little clips video that I put up separately from this one. Basically, I was just grabbing comics like crazy, and before I know it, in less than an hour, I've got more comics than I can carry. There's all these different little dealers, or probably people like us who are just trying to get rid of their collections or something. Or like one guy told me he's selling all this stuff so that he can buy EC comics. And all good deals, maybe not like the most amazing deals in the world. You could haggle with people. Someone even said, make a deal with me, but I was just so busy grabbing things that I didn't even make a deal with him. On the stuff I did grab. But I mostly grabbed low-price reader stuff anyway, so it didn't seem worth hassling. But, at $1 books and $2 books, you can spend a lot of money pretty quickly if you're like me and everything looks good to you. I can't decide if someday I'd like to try doing something like that myself, or whether it'd be too depressing with all my old books not selling, or having to sell them all off for 50 cents just to get rid of them. One of the guys that I bought a lot of comics for, he had this cool T-shirt which had this same image on that he was wearing, and he gave me this card. I think it has his Facebook on it, or his email on it. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I would have liked to stay longer, except I would have spent even more money, and maybe even worse, just bought more comics when I have too many comics. So did I show you? The first person I bought some comics from gave me this paper bag, so I pretty much filled the paper bag with comics before I stopped. So this is going to be no particular order and helping to remind me what I got. I have been tagged for a favorite Batman comics covers. This is one of my favorites, actually. I don't know if I still already have a copy of it, but I saw it. It was $1 or less. Secret Society of Supervillains. I don't have any of these, but it looks like fun. I love supervillains. Like Marvel supervillain team up. A really beat up copy of Lois Lane. This is an awesome cover. I wonder who did this. Who did this cover? Any signatures on there? Yeah, now I might want to get a better copy of that. But for $1 or less. Got a bunch of Superman families. These are a lot of fun to read with my daughter. Lois and Jimmy and Supergirl stories and the like. So, I don't know if it's important to say the number. That was $195. This is $216. $211. Looks like we got... Wasn't Jimmy in the Legion as elongated? No, not as elongated man. Elastic Boy or something? So that's different. Who is Clark Kent? Who's tailing Clark Kent and the elongated man? Mr. and Mrs. Superman at the wedding of Batman and Catwoman. Wait a minute. They're not married yet. They just got engaged. This looks like a Ross Andrew cover. Superman Family 213. Is that... Who is the Insect Queen? Spoilers. The Insect Queen is Lana Lang. Lana Lang. What's wrong with me? Anyone ever seen Lana Lang, the heavy metal songstress? I think she's one of those people who is somewhat popular in Europe, although American unknown in the United States. My daughter's going to like this. The classic Supergirl versus the modern 1980s or 70s Supergirl. Got a Tarzan family. Boy, is this yellow. But it looks good on the inside. Shadow number 4. Is that Mike Kaluta cover? Back when his drawing style was a bit more raw. Yeah, that's a Mike Kaluta cover. Some Shazam. Probably a Rich Buckler cover. I don't know. Shazam number 18, obviously from the 70s. Shazam number 19. Oh, we got the world's mightiest villain. I guess that's different than Black Adam. Love this cover. I don't like Captain Marvel when they try to make him the style of whatever time period. I like Captain Marvel when he goes back to that old Fawcett style, which at least they're doing on the covers here. It looks like it's pretty much that way on the inside. I think they even brought C.C. Beck back for a while when they did Shazam in the 70s. C.C. Beck being the main artist, the main visual guy behind the Big Red Cheese. But this is by Kurt Schaffenberger and Vince Colletta. Oh, and here's Shadow number 2. So I have Shadow number 2 and Shadow number 4. I wonder if these are done in ones or whether I will need multiple issues. This is Kaluta interiors too, so that's really fun. You don't see Kaluta interiors very often at all. Another Batman that I grabbed for the cover because I was thinking of Batman covers. I think that's a Kubert cover. How often did Kubert do Batman covers? I guess there was a period where he did quite a few covers. Another Batman cover. Yeah, when I can get them cheap, I've decided I want to get these Gene Colan era Batmans. Another DC dollar comic. Were these, let's see, sometimes they'll say all original. Still your best buy. 4 all new Superstar features. So these are new ones, not reprints. A lot of these dollar giants will have reprints, which is fine by me. I wonder who draws the dead man inside here. I have most of these Amalgam comics, but I don't think I already had JLX instead of the X-Men or JLA. So, written by Christopher Priest. What do you know? I don't think I've read any of the Amalgam issues yet. I was not buying DC or Marvel comics at the time, but I've been having fun when I find them in cheap boxes, getting them. Okay, this just for the cover alone is awesome. When I was a kid, I really wanted to read Black Goliath. That just sounded so cool to me, Black Goliath. But I only saw the ads for the covers. I don't think I ever stumbled across the issues on the newsstand. This is just a classic Gil Kane cover. I wonder who's inking it because it's being given a bit of a Kirby-ish look. It almost looks like Mike Royer inked the bad guy because he looks like a Kirby drawing or something. I don't know. Probably totally my imagination. I'm looking for the credits. Keith Pollard is the artist. Chris Claremont, the author. Wow. Okay, well, both of those guys are well worth reading, so this is more than just for the cover. I may or may not already have this one, and I have it in the Omnibus, the Kirby Captain America Omnibus. But for $1, I just grabbed it. Can't really go wrong there. 35 cents. Would that be mid-70s, late 70s? I didn't even know they did the Challengers of Unknown then. And is that a Neil Adams cover? It certainly has a Neil Adams pose to it. No, Mike Nasser. Hey, we were just talking about Mike Nasser on one of my other videos. And at least one of you guys out there remembered him. And this looks identical to Neil Adams. This is an awesome Lois Lane cover. I wonder who did that. Boy, I really can't tell. Boy, Lois Lane has gotten married so many times. And this time to Lex Luthor. One of many times she's married Lex Luthor. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Lois's new boyfriend. He kind of looks like a drunk to me, but I guess he's a beast. Is this another Lois Lane cover? Looks, I don't think it's Neil Adams. Lois is in kind of a Neil Adams pose, but Superman is not. Maybe it's by Dick Giordano or something. It says $6 on here. I know this was a dollar comic. Or no, I'm sorry. Some of these Lois Lanes were half price, so it says $6 and it cost me $3. I didn't really notice the spine bend on it when I got it. Also from half price, so $3.50 for this one. Couldn't resist Bouncing Boy defeating the Legion. And I assume this is Neil Adams, not Mike Nasser on this 12-cent Adventures Legion cover. Superboy's Crack Up. Oh, and I've always loved this cover. I've seen it many times. I don't think I already own it. Another Neil Adams Legion cover. So, and then I bought a few magazine-sized comics. I guess that's all. I guess I just bought 3 of them. I thought I bought more of them. But The Haunt of Horror. Is that like a Earl Norem cover or something? I'm not sure. I like that cover. Dracula Lives, number 13. It was way too crowded there to check my CLZ, so I'm just hoping I don't already have this particular issue of Dracula Lives. But it only cost me $2.50. And then 1994. I have a couple 1984s. I guess they were meant to compete with heavy metal. They're pretty much science fiction with a lot of sex in them. But that's not all, folks. There's still a lot in my bag. Next are some really beat up comics from a $1 box. A Turok, Son of Stone. What the art. I love the painted covers of these Gold Key. But sometimes the art on the inside's not so good. But this looks pretty good. Has a bit of a, I don't know, Jack Abel look. Is there any credits? I don't see any credits. The Unknown Soldier. Cool cover. I guess it would be boring to have me. It's Joe Kubert. It's a Joe Kubert cover. Boring to have me try to figure out every cover on this. God, how many comics did I get? Like 100? Maybe 8. I probably got about 70 comics. Another Unknown Soldier. Strange Adventures. You got to have a talking ape on your cover. Then you know you're in good hands with DC Comics. 20 cents. You Will Believe in Ghosts. Was this up to the level of House of Mystery and House of Secrets? Probably not. I don't know much about You Will Believe in Ghosts, but it looks like the same sort of thing that DC was up to. Another Kubert cover for Unknown Soldier. This white figure at first looks like someone ripped away part of the cover because it's so white. From Beyond the Unknown, Stories to Stagger the Imagination, number 23 from DC. Another talking ape, talking gorilla. At the library, no less. Hand over those other 2 books. When I read these 3 novels, I shall be able to conquer the world. Treasure Island, Moby Dick, and Robinson Crusoe. You never knew reading would make you so powerful. That That cover, I love that cover. This was only $1. I wonder how beat up it is inside. Hulk number 119. But nice reader's copy. Or hopefully a intact reader's copy. 120 Hulk 121 also available. First appearance of the Glob. That's what the guy said at the thing. But then, because when I got these out of the dollar bin, I asked him if they were meant to be in there. Overly honest me. Another You Will Believe in Ghosts. And a Gold Key Magnus Robot Fighter. I feel like this might be on the cover of one of the hardback collections of Magnus from Dark Horse. This cover. And Magnus actually had great art because it was Russ Heath. So I highly recommend grabbing any Magnuses you can from the Gold Key era. Have You the Nerve to Face the Unexpected? I wonder who that cover's by. I can't tell. Gene Colan, it almost looks like. But I don't think he was at DC yet. Well, maybe. The 50 Cent era. Secrets of the Haunted House. That's confusing. There's the House of Secrets and Secrets of the Haunted House. I didn't realize DC did that many of these. The Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. I think this is the first time I've ever bought a Many Ghosts of Dr. Graves. Is that a Steve Ditko cover? I think so. Not Steve Ditko art on the inside. Oh, wait. Some of it is. Boy, this thing is water stained. No wonder I got it for $1. I probably should have got it for 25 cents. Dare You Enter the House of Mystery? Number 280. Boy, that was a long-running series. Oh, and then I'm always glad when I find some Godzilla from the classic Trimp run. Although there's some of the issues were by Tom Sutton. That looks like a Tom Sutton cover. Godzilla number 7 and Godzilla number 6. I think I may already have a copy of Godzilla number 6, but when I find these cheap, I just grab these. Secrets of the Haunted House. Nice cover, falling right out of a skeleton's eye. Art by LD. I can't think of who that would be. Okay, I've never owned a Captain Savage before. Kind of a poor man's Nick Fury. Captain Savage and his Battlefield Raiders. Oh, signed. The cover's signed by Don Heck. That's interesting. I don't normally remember seeing Don Heck signing covers. Secrets of the Haunted House. Cool cover also. I like the colors there. I don't see a signature. What If Thor Battled Conan? That seems like an unfair fight. But apparently Thor can take on Wonder Woman too. Okay. I don't know if this is a Kirby cover or someone doing Kirby because it looks kind of weird. I don't think it is Kirby, but it looks very Kirby-ish. What If the Invisible Girl Had Died? Interior art by Ron Frenz and Joe Sinnott. So maybe the cover's by Ron Frenz too. He did quite the Kirby pastiche. What if Doctor Strange were a disciple of Dormammu? If I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't know this existed. DC versus Marvel Comics. The Showdown of the Century. They might have mentioned this in that Slugfest book. An issue of Machine Man, I assume, with Ditko art on the inside, although it doesn't look like a Ditko cover. Do You Dare Enter the House of Mystery? This is a cool cover. Make out that signature. Valagrin? I don't know. Was there an artist named like Jose Valagrin, something like that? House of Mystery. This is actually, I don't like this cover that much. Usually I love the covers of these things. I like this one. House of Secrets, a 20 center. I might already have another copy of this one. Again, it was too crowded to look through my CLZ. Oh, this is a cool cover. Although, yep, Ernie Chan. Although that hand is a little questionable. House of Secrets. And last but not least, another House of Secrets with an excellent cover. I don't know who it's by. I feel like I should be able to tell. That's an awesome cover. So, phew. I have so much fun buying these, but it's ridiculous. When am I going to read them? When? Talk to you all later.